Hey guys, it's Sarah here from New England Junk Journals, and I am on with a thrifty ephemera haul from my favorite antique store. This is technically two separate shopping trips. I got some books, some small little books with this and with this one, but I'm gonna have the books as a separate haul video, and I just want to show you the ephemera. There are some amazing things here that came back from the flea market. So anything that comes back from the flea market typically has a discount if you buy a flat of ephemera. So first thing I want to show you are these. These are steamer trunk labels, not labels that would go on the outside, but if you had a very old trunk and you lifted the lid, a lot of times you would find these pasted on the inside of the lid. And these are by, oh goodness, I did look it up. Okay, here we go. They're by Kaufman and Strauss, and they made these beautiful lithographs, and they're not very evenly cut, but I think that that's just how it was back then. But let me show you the beautiful, beautiful prints. So these are going to be scanned 100% for sure. Sorry, my hands are shaking. It is early in the morning. I've had a cup of coffee and I'm like all revved up. I love this one, it's so pretty. The blue. You've got three little girls here. I just love the colors on these. Here's another one of the blue with the little puppy in the corner, but it's got different images. And they're very fragile. There's a lot of little cracks and tears, but they are so pretty and they're gonna make wonderful ephemera. This one, I love it because it's got the little seashells at the top and bottom. You've got the seaweed in the background and this little cliff side picture. These ones are a little bit bigger. So pretty. Isn't she adorable? You can see how they weren't cut very straight. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to sneeze in a second. Sorry. So pretty. And then this one here. They've used the same elements in different ones of these, and they've just recombined them in different ways with different colorings and borders, but they're really, really cool. And then they also had these plates from 1890 U.S. Department of Agriculture. Oh yeah, some of them had pages attached. This one looks like a persimmon. Another one. Some cherries. Pyramidal mushroom bed on the floor of a cellar. Cool. Mushroom culture. some yucky vegetables and fruit. Then you got these pretty grapes and apples. And then this really pretty plate of some mushrooms and some poisonous mushrooms. Do not eat those. Then there was an envelope, and this just has some negatives in it. And they're all negatives of the same little Boston Terrier, just like posing. I don't know if you'll be able to see that at all. Maybe that one. Hang on a second. Little Boston Terrier right there. But yeah, they're all of the same subject. Just a old piece of paper. This is a Comedy Mines Corporation Capital Stock Certificate, which is really cool. Incorporated to the laws of the state of Maine. 500 shares at $1 each. This company has since gone under, and hence none of these certificates that I got today have any actual monetary value. They're just pretty. 1923 on this seal here. Venn Ads Corporation, again, more capital stock share certificate. These are unique. These were from 1919. And they would come to fruition, I guess, in 1923. They are also certificates of bond shares. So these would have been the little tickets. I don't know that you would like draw on them, I guess, or pay off. You would include one and you would pay it off, I guess. I don't know. I gotta look at it again. But they're all from Germany. They're using the... Oh gosh, I'm not gonna even be able to pronounce that. It's one of the marks pre-World War II marks. So these are all the little certificates and that are tickets. And these are the full-size certificate that is associated with it. And that's got a little seal on it as well. So these are really cool. So there's one, two of the red ones, and two of the green ones. There's some more tickets. So these will be fun to cut apart and use in collage or tuck into the pockets of journals. All right, and then I have all this. Let's set these to the side over here. This came in the lot, and it is a guide to Winchester. Warren's 1/6 guide to Winchester. So it has a fold out map on this kind of glassine paper, which is really neat. And then it's just full of all different sites in Winchester, different churches, cathedrals, with some pictures and schematics. It's all in black and white, which that's neither here nor there. That's fine. Oh, that's an old advertisement there. So this will be great for collage, definitely. It's got lots of little things in here, I think, that would work well. All right, he also had a box full of cigarette cards and tea cards. These specifically were all tropical birds from the Brick Bond Tea Company in London. It's a series of 50. I did not look to see if there were any duplicates. I may do that at some point, put them in order, but they're just really cool. I have a small collection of tea cards, so, oh, you don't belong there. You're not a bird. So this will beef up my collection. There's some fun little guys in here. So I sorted through as best I can. I grabbed out the birds that I wanted. I also found these, and they are Craven Black Cat cards. The House of Craven. It's also English cards, and I am not sure whether this is cigarettes or tea. I'm gonna guess cigarette cards. They don't smell strongly of anything in particular, but they're all old model cars. So I'm really gathering stuff to put together a couple masculine journal kits. And I thought these would be great. I'm toying with the idea of doing just old-fashioned car kit because I think I have probably enough to do that justice. But I don't know, it might be just a masculine journal. There's a bunch of those. And then they had all of these. These are from the Imperial Tobacco Company of Great Britain and Ireland. Railway Locomotive series of 50. Will's cigarettes. So these are all train cards. They're not all in super great condition. Some of them, yeah, they were in a book and they got ripped out. Not that one, that one's good. But Swedish State Railways, Northern Railways of Spain, South African Railways. There's just a whole bunch of these. I didn't even count them yet to see how many, but it's a bunch. So these will probably be coming to a sale near you. I will set a few of these aside to send out in Happy Mail. But the rest I think are coming to a sale. And then these were just random ones. They didn't have a category. I just grabbed them out. I think this is a soccer player. Yeah, Association Footballers. This is also a cigarette card. R. Bowden. I don't know who he is, but he was on a football team, soccer team. This is Doormats Want. I don't know. Cries of London by John Player and Sons Tobacco Company. A doormat dealer. Here was the only animal one I could find. African Wildlife from the Brooks Brothers Tea Company. Here's one of the Golden Gate Bridge. World record holders from the series of 50 issued with Cadet Suites. Icebergs floating offshore in Greenland. Here we've got Elizabeth Allen and Henry Wadsworth from the Film Partners series from Gallagher Limited in London and Belfast. We've got a British Cavalry uniforms of the 19th century tea card. And then it says, why does the sea change color? What do you know from Lyons Tea Company, series of 48 cards. So just kind of a mix here of things. I'm going to try to wrap this up quickly. Here is a punch card from the YMCA from Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1928. That was really cool. Scottish Widows Fund advertisement. All profits divided among the assured. Uncle Toby and the Widow Wadman. I'm not sure. It looks like a plate from an old book, but I'm not sure which. But pretty, pretty. A certificate for shares of the capital stock, Venn Ads Company, and it's only 2/3. So this will be collage fodder. I'll scan it and then it'll be collage fodder. Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival advertisement from the Jack, Winchester, Virginia. Places of interest and mileage. Issued for the bicentennial of the birth of Benjamin Franklin by the John Wanamaker store. So this is just sayings from Poor Richard's Almanac. January 17th, 1906. Oh yeah, that was his birth. Okay, yeah. And then it's very brittle, but it just has a bunch of little sayings inside. Here is a beautiful invoice letterhead. The Methodist Book Concern. Doctor. I do not know what that means. But they ordered some books, 6 copies of the Sunday School Journal, and 6 copies of the Berean Leaf. So that is pretty neat. Here's just a lovely parchment paper letter with a beautiful letterhead from Belding Hemingway and Corticelli Silks. And then lastly, almost lastly, oh wow, how much time do we have left? Okay, we can do it. I'll go quick. This is a beautiful edition of Cosmopolitan magazine from June of 1931. Of course, we know old magazines are full of beautiful advertising. So that's going to be fun to use. Different beauty articles. There we go. That's a nice full color advertisement right there. There we go. Campbell's soup. Some little pieces of novels or short stories. Ah, Booth Tarkington. Interesting. And then underneath, this Kendall's Illustrated Monthly Magazine, January 1883. Oh my goodness. And this one is quite old. I got a couple of woodcut prints. some puzzles, some fashion, and some advertising. And that is it for this thrift haul. Let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite? I really liked being able to get this beautiful letterhead. I loved finding all of those tea cards and cigarette cards. And I absolutely loved these cool bond papers. And I can't pick. There's too many good ones, guys. I loved those plates. I loved all these really cool trunk labels. Just too much good stuff. All right, guys, that's it. I hope to see you guys next time. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.